Yes, Collin Delia, welcome to Brynäs.
Thank you. Yeah, nice to be here.
First of all, how's the first couple of days been?
It's great. Yeah, just trying to familiarize myself with the city, and the people have been super welcoming, and it's just wonderful to walk around, and just feels very comforting, I guess the word is. Yeah, it's a little bit slower than where I'm from, but yeah, I think that's very nice, refreshing. It feels very you can just kind of breathe deeply and just relax, a little bit.
What's your first impression of the city and the team and the club?
Yeah, it's very clean.
Yeah.
First of all, yeah, very clean, and the club is very professional, and just the people seem very wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the news got official in the summer. Can you tell us about your decision to come here to Sweden and Brynäs?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to win. Ultimately, that's really what it came down to. The decision to come to Brynäs, it was, I could go back and play in the U.S. and not really super happy with the model there. I want to go and compete for something, and it's a great opportunity here with Brynäs, and I was excited to get that chance.
When did the talks begin with the club?
Ooh, probably early July. Yeah, somewhere around there, first week of July. Yeah.
And how was the talks with Johan?
They were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The talks with Johan were good. I think he said someone recommended me on the team, or someone that I'd played with previously, and it was my first time just conversing, and someone in the Swedish league, and just the whole experience was all so new to me. So just trying to take it all in and enjoy it for what it was.
What do you know about the club since before signing?
Yeah, just a very storied club, high expectation, high standard, and I think that's wonderful. Just a history of winning, and just a lot of passionate fans and people who really enjoy hockey, and just the culture around the team is just wonderful.
Like you said earlier, it's your first time here in Europe to play. What's your expectation of this experience?
Oh, my expectation is just that I think we want to win, and anything that's about winning is going to be hard. When you do something that important, it's not going to be easy, so I want to get to know my teammates better, and just the process of, maybe putting myself out there a bit more, and being uncomfortable, I think, is important. And I think for me, me and my wife especially, it's really important for us to learn the language. I think just out of respect, for the culture and the people and the team and my teammates, we want to do our best to, assimilate and, show respect. So, yeah, just a couple of things, but I think it could be important,
A little bit about you. You're quite an experienced goalkeeper. You played in a couple of clubs in the NHL. Can you tell us about your time over there?
Yeah, I first started with the Blackhawks. I signed out of school. I went to Merrimack College for 3 years. It's a Division I program in the Hockey East Conference in northern Massachusetts. Had a wonderful experience there, and then I was fortunate enough to sign with the Blackhawks. I spent 5 seasons up there, up and down with the American Hockey League team and the NHL club. Just wonderful things to say about that organization, just very professional. And then I got the chance to go to Vancouver with the Canucks, and then I was there for a bit, just for 1 year. But had an experience to work with Ian Clark, a very good goaltending coach. Jacob Markstrom and I were talking about him today in the gym, and he's a very unique individual with a very special set of skills. He's definitely one of the top goalie coaches, so that was a cool opportunity to get to have that experience. And then the year after that, we signed with Winnipeg and Manitoba. Bit of a challenging year, for myself and family personally, but we learned so much, about ourselves and just, what we can endure and how we can get better. And then last year I signed with Edmonton, and then I was in the American Hockey League in Bakersfield, California. And I'm kind of from the Southern California area, so it was pretty cool to kind of go back and play in California. Had a lot of friends and family that were able to come and see the games and whatnot. So that was a pretty special experience, and I figured, you know, like, may not happen again. So that was really neat. But then, yeah, just really excited to come here, you know, very excited.
How would you describe yourself as a goalkeeper? How's your goalkeeping style?
Just happy, competitive, loud, talking. Yeah, I feel like I can be athletic at times when I need to, but also can be like very like stoic, you know, maybe not give a lot of like emotion off all the times, but then have like instances where, you know, maybe get a little bit more like aggressive or something like that. But just definitely a lot of passion, you know, a lot of competitive nature. Just, yeah, that's what I would say.
And in this team now, many players have experience from the NHL.
Yes.
What's your thoughts about the team you are joining?
Yeah, just super humbled, first of all. I mean, we have a lot of amazing players with great resumes, you know, so I think it's just going to be an amazing opportunity to like collaborate with a lot of high acumen people, you know, people that can, you know, get the job done and hold ourselves to a very high standard. And, you know, I think the expectation, the standard is to win, you know, from the get-go. Like when you look at the roster and the resumes of guys up and down, like we have what it takes. I think now it's just finding the right recipe, you know, day in and day out. And, you know, the coaches alluded to it. It's just our daily habits, you know, and those are things that we'll have to hold each other accountable to. And
you will work now with Damian Klara and Erik Källgren. What can you say about those two as persons and goalkeepers? Yeah,
I mean, just knowing Damian, you know, over the past few days has been good, and just connecting with him, and, you know, super talented, big frame, you know, good style, just on the ice. And yeah, I think we can both learn a lot from each other. You know, I think that's like we're kind of at different points in our career and our walks. So, you know, him being so young, he's very mature, and, you know, he has, you know, a great base and foundation already. And, you know, I can help him hopefully eventually, you know, make the jump to the NHL. And that was kind of one thing I was hoping to do too, is just to be able to, you know, impart maybe some wisdom or lessons that I've learned, you know, along the way to kind of help his process and his growth. And, you know, getting to work with Anton too, like it's been amazing, you know, in the short time that, you know, we've had together, we've been able to connect, just kind of speaking the same language philosophically, you know, as goalies. And he's super curious to learn, you know, about us as individuals, not just hockey players. So I think that's really important.
How is that combination when you work close together, but and you also compete about the first spot in the goal? How is that combination?
Yeah, I don't really look at it as much of a competition as I do, like, we're supposed to like inspire each other. Like for me, I look to compete against like the players, like on the ice, like my teammates. Like I think that's where the competition, where I see the competition. But like for me in DC, we're supposed to inspire each other, like with our work and with our habits. And, you know, we want to support each other because we're the only two that, you know, play that position. So we're the only two that, you know, can understand like the mindset and, you know, the ups and downs and the pressure that goes with it. So yeah, maybe not as much competitive as just kind of like supportive and like inspirational.
Yeah. And SHL as a league, what do you know about it?
It's a great league.
Yeah,
I know that's just a high level of compete. A little different than the North American style. You know, have to learn like some of the reads, specific habits, nuances of the game. Obviously, the rink's a little bigger for me, so, you know, the past 2 days have been kind of like acclimating to, you know, the new dimensions. And, you know, for me, it's actually moving less, you know, and maybe waiting a little bit longer. Guys have a little bit more time here that they take, whereas in North America, usually it's like on and off the stick. Yeah, just a different game, you know, different philosophy of playing and whatnot. So yeah, it'll be good. Like I've tried to familiarize myself, you know, watching some games and whatnot, asking questions as much as I can, like where did the chances come from? Like, what does a power play, you know, of this team look like? Like, what are just some tendencies, things that I can, you know, learn, you know, before even playing in a game?
The season is getting closer and closer. What's your goals and ambitions for the upcoming season?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I think our goal is to win it all. Like, anything less, you know, especially with, you know, just the recent history of the team and, you know, coming up and, you know, getting so close last year. Like, I think everybody, you know, has the appetite, you know, to win, you know, and I think we feel that, you know, in the locker room right away, you know, after the first meeting. Like, that's definitely the standard, and that's definitely my goal personally as well.
Thank you. And again, welcome to Brynäs.
Yeah, thank you.